Hey everybody, welcome back to the third part in a very long time of this week's Dark Avenger comic book review. It is 4 o'clock in the morning. Yes, we shoot these late at night. I work my butt off to get my back to feel better.
We're insomniacs, so, excuse us.
No, we're dying. We want to go to sleep. But for you guys, I'm not going to sleep until I get this comic review shot and up for you guys, damn it.
So let's get to it.
I'm that dedicated to a comic book review.
That you are.
I'm absolutely bonkers, aren't I?
No, you're just a great comic reviewer.
He's lying because he's my brother. I'm crazy.
What?
X-Force issue 29. Really good. I'm really enjoying the entire X-Force story arc. In the last issue, Psylocke attempted, I forgot what that thing is called, where the Japanese kill themselves as is like a sacrifice. But she sacrificed killing herself, so this way the future, this dark future, wouldn't happen where they murder people who have the ability to, who have the mindset that they're going to kill someone. So they prevent.
The letter H, I think.
Whatever. So Punisher comes in and tries to save her.
Oh, really?
She breaks away from Punisher. And then Cable tries to save her. She breaks away from Cable. Then finally Nightcrawler saves her. And then Betsy from the future, or Psylocke from the future, actually stops her completely. And she faints, and she has this dream that it turns out it was all part of her future self reaching into her mind. Her future self is a cold bitch. Pardon my language, but she is. And there are a lot of hints dropped here for 2 books. One is for a future story arc, possibly in X-Force, where Punisher here says, "You kill that kid Apocalypse when you find him. Logan's bastard too," meaning Dawkins. And then finally he says this, which is going to lead into something in the future. "Then you go and find that son of Archangel," and then he's interrupted by Ant-Man, or Giant Man, who says, "Frank, enough." So here's your first, I want you guys to notice this. This is a spoiler, but this is also something to look forward to in the future. "Then you find that son of Archangel." So technically Archangel has a son.
I didn't know that.
And then the next thing is here, and this is leading into possibly the Marvel Now Deadpool first story arc.
Oh,
and
like...
Punisher says here, "How important is Wade to history?" And then Giant Man says, "Remember that thing with Zombie Nixon?" And they were actually talking about it in Marvel Now, that Deadpool was going to be dealing with zombies from the gut. There's your next connection. So there's 2 tidbits dropped here. There's going to be a Zombie Nixon versus Deadpool in the Deadpool story arc, and the son of Archangel. That's going to be on everybody's mind for a bit. So Logan says something to Wolverine. Future Logan says something to Wolverine before they leave. And then he's like, "Think he'll do it?" And then Betsy says, "We're still here, aren't we? To be continued." I know I basically spoiled a lot of what happens in the book. There's a lot more that happened that you guys definitely should read about. But you got 2 tidbits dropped there. One is about the future story arc with X-Force, probably, with the whole sun thing. And then another one is setting you guys up for Deadpool, his first story arc, or his coming story arcs in the new Marvel Now world. So, lots to look forward to, and I'm definitely looking forward to both the X-Force story arcs to come, as well as Deadpool. I'm hesitant about Deadpool a little bit more, especially now that I heard there's a Zombie Nixon that's going to be involved. But I'm looking forward to both titles in the future, and I would definitely say you guys should be picking this up. It's 29 issues in, it's 2 years plus another 5 issues.
Months.
Yeah, 5 issues. Yeah. 2 years, 5 months worth of issues. Get the trade paperbacks, guys. You won't regret it. So far, there was only 1 story arc in X-Force that I was on. So I would definitely say check out X-Force. 2 AVX books this week. One is a tie-in, The Avengers, issue 29. Out of order, though, because once again, Namor, all 5 of the Phoenix 5 are still Phoenix 5. Basically, Namor is still a Phoenix 5. So this book should have come out 2 months ago. And it's the Avengers trying to figure out what to do next, what they got to do. And I know, they're a little behind in the Avenger books.
I know, it's like...
So they're talking about Rachel Gray, and they're trying to figure out who they have in the Avenger team, that's throughout all the Avengers that has psychic capabilities, and then Cap says, "I can make a call." So then they set up Rachel and the other X-Men, and the artwork is beautiful, and I love that Wolverine's the one that had the battle cry, "Avengers Assemble." And then the psychic that Cap ended up calling was none other than Charles Xavier. And Rachel's like, "You're turning on us? You're the one that was telling us that we should be like this." And, you know, she's like, "You're turning on your own people." He's like, "No, I'm on the side, that's right, I'm on humanity's side." And then Namor attacks, and the Avengers are trying to stop Namor, and basically Charles Xavier knocks them all out except for Spider-Woman, who has psychic shields, thanks to S.H.I.E.L.D. So he wakes Captain America up and says, "I never should have come here. Neither side will remember me even being here. The battle will play out on its own accord. Please don't call me again." He disappears, and Cap gets knocked out.
Yeah, he's good without a wheelchair. I mean, you know, walking.
The reason why I say once again that this is out of order, and you guys will see in the next book I read, is because this happened a while back. This definitely happened at least between issues 5 through 10 or so. Whenever the Phoenix 5 started,
About 2 months ago.
Up until before Namor attacked Wakanda.
Yeah, 2 months ago, definitely.
So it's before Namor attacked Wakanda. It was crazy, the book. Really good fight scenes, really good dialogue. This is before even the Rachel and Iceman and everybody went back. Remember, they already went back in Wolverine and the X-Men. Mm-hmm. So the Avenger books are really out of order. This book and the new Avenger book is a bit out of order. It's a little bit further back.
But they should move forward, you know.
They're back. They're a little bit. Their story is a little bit backtracked a little bit. So for those of you who want to know where this takes place, I'd say it takes place sometime before Namor attacked Wakanda, and after New Avengers latest issue, because that's when Namor and Captain America were having that talk with the Illuminati. So this definitely took place after the New Avengers story, the latest one, and before Namor once again attacked Wakanda. So hopefully they'll catch up to the current day Avengers Versus X-Men book, but they probably will, and I'll tell you guys why. So it's really good. I enjoyed it. The artwork was brilliant, but it's a little out of order. It should have come out a month ago. And the reason why I say the Avengers might be able to catch up is Avengers Versus X-Men round 10 happened.
I'm with the Avengers.
Oh, this is the Avenger cover, and those of you who buy comics, I'm sure you read this on Wednesday, so I'm not spoiling anything here. You guys have definitely read it by now. Cyclops invades Kunlun, or however you pronounce it, and the Avengers try to stop him as much as they can. Hope is basically running for her life so that Cyclops doesn't take her back. And the reason, once again, you can tell Avengers is out of order is because Cap is with Charles Xavier here. This is when they, Magic and Colossus were tricked by Spider-Man. They're right outside the Verkovitsky Mountains.
Yeah.
And they're talking about the Scott and Emma falling under the dark influence of the Phoenix Force. Mostly Emma, though, because you can see here when it's on Utopia, Emma's really more of a dictator, so to speak, now, and Magneto's trying to talk to her, saying, you know, the powers, that's no way to treat your own kind, it's no way to treat anyone. The power to change the world for all mutant kind, and you are, basically he's going to say you're abusing it. And she freezes him in his tracks, and she says, you know, you're a murderer, a traitor, absent father. How many people did you kill, including students of mine? You're in no position to judge anyone, you arrogant fool. And then she goes off. And then Magneto finally sees that something needs to be done. Goes back to Kunlun, where everybody's fighting Cyclops to protect Hope. Hope shows up and finally stands up for herself later on in the book, towards the end. And this was an epic page, I'm sorry I have to show it, where she uses Iron Fist's powers. And it turns out, here's another spoiler for those of you guys.
Looks like 3D.
It turns out that she somehow has the ability to absorb powers like Rogue. We don't know, not through touch. We don't know how yet, but she has the ability to absorb powers. Like here, she says, "Stop this," and then a few seconds after that, Scott, as you saw on this page, Scott lost the Phoenix power for a couple of seconds.
Wait, you mean they just mentioned it just now that she could
absorb these powers? Yeah. And then she uses Iron Fist's Chaos Fist and sends Scott away, like what Scarlet Witch did way back in like issue 4 or something, issue 4 or 5, where she sent Namor away and the others. And she's like, how did I do that? And I love how it ended. It ended with Scott Summers on the moon and the Watcher's watching, so you know something big's about to happen, because whenever the Watcher shows up, that means history's being made. And it took him an hour to be able to stand up again. While in Kunlun, the rest of the Avengers come back, and they find out, Cap and the others find out that Cyclops invaded, but Iron Man says, you missed the turning point because our girl Hope kicked Cyclops' ass. And I think I know why. And they leave you off with, you'll have to find out in the next issue why. And then on the last page, we have Magneto with his helmet off, reaching out for Charles Xavier telepathically or mentally, saying, please hear my thoughts, we need your help, old friend. Scott and Emma are losing control. And then this is the part where I got mad. To be continued. In 4 weeks.
In 4 weeks.
4 weeks. So we're not going to get part 11 in 2 weeks like we've been getting from part 1 to 10. We have to wait 4 weeks, an entire month, before we see the last 2 parts, which will be every other week again, until we get to the Pendulum issue and the final issue of AVX. 4 weeks. I was so upset and so pissed off, because it's at that point now where you want to know, what does Hope have and what's going on and what's going to happen. It's going to be, the next cover shows Emma versus Scott. It's going to be huge, and we have to wait an entire month until we get that issue.
Wow.
That was the part where I said, you got to be kidding. It's really good, guys. I would highly recommend. You guys got to be checking this out. Anybody who wants to, you know, this is what's going to lead into Marvel now. It's a huge event. Bigger than Fear itself, possibly, because this is where the universe changes ever so much again. It's more of a fun read than Fear itself, and it's more of a fun read than Siege was. This is more of a fun read, in my opinion. I know a lot of people will argue that. It's my opinion, once again. These reviews of all these books are just my sole opinion, but I'm enjoying this a lot, and I definitely would recommend this book highly. And with that, we are done with this week's comic books. Guys, Tuesday, Dark Avenger Live, Episode 3 is coming. Don't miss out. It's going to be at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, United States. For those of you who are outside of the United States, it's 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, U.S.
And when we mean Tuesday, we mean August 21st.
Yes. It's going to be this Tuesday. We're going to be live from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock our time. It's going to be a 2-hour thing. Maybe we'll go a little bit over. You know, give a little, take a little, maybe, depending. And we'll be talking about this week's comic books. We'll talk about comic book news. The November solicitation for Marvel came out. We'll be talking about that. And we'll see what else we'll be talking about this week. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So come back
later, guys.
So see you guys on. We'll see you guys on Tuesday live for that for the show. So let's run down the books this week. Avengers Versus X-Men, issue 10, round 10, awesome. Avengers 29, out of order, but really good. X-Force 29, brilliant. Check it out. Daredevil issue 17, more of like a filler, I would say, or a transition story. Definitely check it out, though. Really good. Amazing Spider-Man 691, great. The Lizard story is officially over. We'll see what happens next with Spidey. X-Factor number 242.
No team member leaves, but great issue.
Dark Avengers 179, still up in the air. I'm going to wait for Thunderbolts versus Dark Avengers before I make my ruling. Hulk 56, thank God this is the last story arc with Red Hulk, or I would have dropped it. Captain Marvel issue 2, we'll see where it goes. I leave it up to you guys. Avengers Academy 35, I leave it up to you guys. It's okay. Sensational Spider-Man 33.2, all about Carly. It's up to you guys. I really don't think it's necessary. Deadpool 59 was awesome. Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe is still great. Green Lantern 12 was really good. Huge last page. You guys definitely don't want to miss that. Same thing with Green Lantern Corps issue 12. Big things happen in this story arc. Nightwing 12, awesome. Rorschach number 1, great. Walking Dead 101, awesome. Definitely check this out. Saga issue 6, really good. We'll see Saga in 2 months. And Voltron issue 7 made me want to come back for issue 8. Guys, Green Lantern Annual is coming out in 2 weeks. We'll see more of Green Lantern there. Tuesday, live cast. Hope to see all you there. If you enjoyed this video, show YouTube you liked it by giving it a favorite, because we don't do thumbs up and down. Comments, I love them all. Likes, dislikes, questions, long comments, love them. I reply as soon as I can. If you haven't already by this part, please do subscribe, because big things are coming for this channel, and go over the Dark Avenger Inc. and subscribe to that channel too. We got huge things coming for that channel. Take care, guys. See you on Tuesday live. Keep reading, keep collecting. Take care, everybody.
Alright, later, guys.
4 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, I'm going to bed.
And keep
See
watching.
See you guys soon. I'm uploading this in my sleep. See you guys soon.
Later, guys.